Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Moses B. Arthur. We're still on the Millionaire Mind Mastery series, episode 2. Remember that I said I was going to look at various ways in which rich people think differently from the poor. And when I begin to speak about the rich, the poor, and the middle class, let me just sound a disclaimer that I do not mean to degrade, look down, disrespect, in quotes, poor people or something. I actually believe that there's no difference between the rich person and the poor person. The only difference actually is that the rich is richer. You know, the rich person is richer than the poor person. And so let me just sound that disclaimer that when I begin to talk about the ways in which rich people think differently from the poor, basically I am actually addressing their mindset. I'm addressing their thought patterns. I'm addressing their perspective and ways and lens in which they begin to look at things from. And so I want you to understand me from that perspective, and that I'm not in any way degrading down on the poor, on the rich person. And so episode 2 of the Millionaire Mind Mastery series. What you need to know is that rich people believe that they create their life. Rich people, they believe that they create their life. A poor person believes that life happens to them. People, if you have ever heard me say, I always say that we're the captains of our own destinies. We're the ones sailing the ships of our lives to whichever destination that we want it to get to. Like if you heard me, I said the rich man or the rich person believes that he creates his life. The poor person actually believes that life happens to them. And this is one clear difference between the rich and the poor. Whereas the rich person takes a hold of his life and is so determined to make a difference, overlooking every obstacle that is happening, the poor person actually believes that obstacles are what at the end of the day happens to the person. The poor person begins to put himself in the role of a victim. He plays the role of a victim. Take notice of the fact that I did not say that the poor person is a victim. I said they play the role of a victim. I strongly believe that none of us are victims of any circumstances. We actually choose to become that particular thing. And so I strongly believe that rich people create their lives and poor persons actually wait for life to happen to them. It is a clear difference between the rich and the poor. Whereas the rich is looking for means and ways, avenues to expand their reach, to expand their income, the poor person is waking up constantly and is doing something, playing the victim. When we talk about playing the victim, there are actually three things that begin to happen, there are actually three things that we should take notice of. The first one is what I call the blame game. Victims do something, they do what we call the blame game. So what do? They wake up, they blame the economy, they blame the government, they do everything. See, they blame their best friends, they blame the friend who started a company that did not give them equity in it, they blame the economy, they blame the president, they blame almost everyone but themselves. But they forget that they are the ones responsible for their financial victory, success, and destiny. So one of the things that marks out people who are playing the blame game is that one of the things that marks out people who have actually become victims of this particular thing is that they do the blame game thing, the blame game. If you are listening to me and you are constantly blaming people for the things that are happening into your life, I want you to stop. It is actually such a big thing that will affect your finances. See, nobody is responsible for your financial destiny other than yourself. Determine and decide from today that irrespective of the economy that we live in, you will thrive. Irrespective of the dark times that we live in, you will thrive. Irrespective of your background, some of you blame your life and the things that are going wrong in reference to your finances, to your background. I always say this, that I am from a poor background, I am from a poor background. That thing ends at age 30. After age 30, you are the background, people. I am from a poor background, it ends at age 30. After age 30, you start another background, you become the background. And this is something that you should actually start musing and thinking about. Because if after age 30 you become the background, then you need to stop the blame game. Now, people who usually play the role of victims, the next thing that you notice about such people is that they try to justify why they are in that situation. And so for a lot of people who are poor, they would always want to justify the reason why they are poor. And so the people who are playing the victim role, they are either blaming or they are justifying, and that thing can be very, very, very costly. The next thing that you will notice about people who are poor is complaining. So people, see, they are blaming people other than themselves. They are justifying everything that is going on wrong to something else other than themselves. And then the third thing is that they are complaining. I am a firm believer of the universal law that says that in life, anything you focus on will expand. So in life, if you are always waking up and then you are complaining about the things that are wrong around you, the things that are not going on well about your finances and all of that, what will then happen is that it will expand. Naturally, it will expand because your focus or your energy or your vibration or your frequency is directed towards the negative things in your life and not the positive things. So if what you focus on will expand, then please and please again, if you want to master the millionaire's mind, if you want to have the millionaire's mind, then there is something that you need to know. You need to stop complaining about your finances. You need to get back to the roadmap and then start altering changes. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming people for your financial downturns. Stop justifying why you are poor. Most importantly, stop complaining. I'm going to give you guys an exercise to do. See, I want you to take notice of yourself for the next 1 week. And this is something that a lot of you will not be able to do, but take notice of this. For the next 1 week, I want you to sit down. When you sit down, pay close attention to your thoughts. Don't blame anyone. Don't justify why you are poor and why money is not coming. Don't complain anyone. Don't complain to anyone about your finances. See, do this for the next 1 week by either in your mind or not saying it. So don't say it or don't think it. Look at this for the next 1 week and look at what begins to happen to your mind. Look at what begins to go on in your mind concerning your finances, and you will be simply shocked and amazed. Take note, like I always say, have a life audit for yourself. Take note of your thought pattern within that 1 week, as you are not blaming, you are not justifying, and you are not complaining. And you will be shocked what you would arrive at. Just pay close attention to yourself. And again, Shakespeare always says that to thy own self be true. So as you are being true to yourself, pay close attention to your thought patterns. Don't complain. Change it by doing declarations. Command money to come to you as you choose to become a better version of yourself, because wealth is attracted to people who are becoming better versions of themselves. And so please take note, rich people create their lives. Poor people wait for life to happen to them. You are the captain of your destiny. Go out there, create your life. Go out there, form something about your life. Go out there and make it happen. You can be in the worst of economies listening to me. See, Nigeria has one of the worst economies, but they have some of the most powerful giants walking the continent across industries. And you can also make that difference. Some of you are coming from poor backgrounds. Some of you are coming from very rough backgrounds. I have read the stories of people who came from nothing, and just by being consistent at what they do, just by deciding that they will change the course of destinies for themselves, they have made the best out of it. So become like the rich person. Go out there, create your life. Do not wait for life to happen to you. Do not wait for every 4 years when election is about to happen to bank your hopes on the economy and the government. No, you are the captain of your destiny, and you are the captain of your destiny ship. Go out there, captain, and sail that ship. My name is Moses B. Atta. Like, share, comment, and like I always say, love and light.